Hey guys, it's me, and I am freshly showered right after work, and I am getting ready to eat. But I decided to check on Humble Bundle because, they've been showing up at weird times. And hey, guess what? The new games for this coming month is up. So November games are finally here. So as always, while I'm still manic and still awake, let's go over the games that we get for November. Already, as we can see, we don't have as many games as normal. I mean, hey, they've been giving out lots of games lately, so getting a little bit less than what we have been getting is okay in my book. So let's start off. We've got Due Process here. Due Process is a tactical first-person shooter where tactics finally matter. Planning and teamwork are essential for victory because every map is procedurally generated. You'll be faced with a new challenge every time you play. So everything's kind of a little bit different, but it is a first-person shooter. But you have to basically know how you're going to enter. You're obviously a police officer, FBI sort of dude upholding the law. But it seems rather interesting. The only thing that would probably make this better would be, and it is teamwork. So it's obviously co-op. Graphics are a little, I wouldn't say dated, but they're not like some of the graphics that other first-person shooters are playing right now. But it's pretty interesting. I mean, look, again, like, you're getting some pretty good games here. So, Due Process, if this is your type of game, obviously, with the more friends you have, the better the game will be. On to the next one. We have House Flipper. House Flipper has actually been around for a little while now. For lack of a better term, you're flipping houses. Really relaxing sort of game, doing all the things that you kind of do. You have lots of interior design, you repair stuff, you clean stuff. You do really just a lot of flipping houses. It's kind of one of those games that sort of you build everything. You pay for everything and stuff like that, and you really just kind of make a profit out of it. And it's supposed to be really, really relaxing. I haven't played it yet. I have played games like this, so I will probably go ahead and play this a little bit just because I haven't played it yet. And again, because it's on the Humble Bundle, I'm getting it all, as I always have. I would advise playing this game at least once, because you never know how relaxing a game will be and how awesome a game will be until you play it. And this is one of those that's been on the market for a while and has been tested to be really awesome. Next up, we have Wingman. Oh, so instead of a racing game this time, we have a flight sim game where you are basically combat flight action game. I kind of got burnt out on these a long time ago. But I kind of got burnt out on these when I was a young kid because you have to buy like the big controller, and they were kind of fun at first, but I mean, like, now obviously things are kind of like subdued unless you're playing like the really heavy games. But I mean, hey, if this is your thing, you like this sorts of things, I say go for it. Have fun with it. Show it off. I'm not a big flight person. I'm not a big, racing person. So I know I'm kind of weird like that. I kind of stick to my guns with what I like. So next up we have Wingspan. It's a relaxing strategy game about birds. What? The officially licensed digital adaptation of Wingspan, the winner of the prestigious 2019 Kernspiel des Jahres Board Game Awards. So it's a board game about being a bird enthusiast. Huh. It's a relaxing strategy card game where your goal is to discover and attract the best birds. Well, okay then. I mean, it's got a 97% positive rating. So there is that. And we have bullets per minute. So bullets per minute is a first-person shooter where it is very bullet hell. The game's fantastic. I have played it before, but I don't own it. So top-down first-person shooter, obviously bullets flying. Very Dune-esque. That's really kind of what kind of inspired it. But you are a Valkyrie, Valkyrie, whatever you want to say, repelling the forces of the underworld. All right? Basically, they're trying to create Ragnarok. I will probably play this again just because of how insane it was, but then I'll rage quit and never touch it again. Yeah, that sounds like me. Okay, we have Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. So this is a really interesting game that I have seen people play. It is a single-player like action RPG comedy game, and it is absolutely hilarious from the little stints that I have played. This right here alone makes it worth, to me, the amount of money I'm spending on these games, just because of how the type of game it is. Okay. Next up, we have Simple Rockets. Simple Rockets is a 3D space sim that lets you build rockets, airplanes, rovers, and anything you can imagine, and explore highly detailed 3D planets. Yeah, I mean that's kind of cool. Kind of looks like a more realistic Kerbal Space Program, which I already have that. Or maybe not even that realistic, because like Kerbal Space Program, you have to do like a lot of rocket science on this, and this is kind of more like making miniatures, kind of snap it all together and change how it looks and stuff like that, which is interesting. Don't get me wrong, it's interesting. Just may not be my sort of forte. Next up we have Timeline. Ooh, a Timeline is a stealth puzzle adventure where you control time like a media player. Perceive future events to plan your escape strategy from the past. Sneak an enemy and manipulate time through this companionship journey of a mysterious cat and a little girl with precognitive power. Well, that sounds really interesting, but why stealth? The gameplay seems rather cool. Oh, it's cooperative play, too. Control both the girl and the cat simultaneously, timing their movement and actions to complement each other. Escape detection, distract enemies, and ultimately escape the world they're trapped in. Experience cooperative play for a single player like never before. Okay. That's kind of weird. The actual aesthetic seems really interesting, too. And it's got a 96 percentile rating. This might be something I might play to try out. Next up, we have Wrath, Aeon of Ruin. It's a retro shooter, a la Dune. I mean, really, how much explanation do you need than that? Yeah, it's basically a rehashed Dune with other stuff. Mobius Front 83. Well, this looks like a strategy game. The year is 1983, and the United States of America must defend itself from an enemy it could never imagine. Huh? An American from an alternate universe that will stop at nothing to seize control of the country's heartland. Really? Okay. In Mobius Front 83, you will fight tactical turn-based battles with cutting-edge military hardware of the early 1980s. Use every tool available: powerful tanks, fast-moving attack helicopters, long-ranged artillery, tenacious infantry, and more to control the complex and rapidly changing battlefield of the era. Who are the Americans attacking America, and why? Find out the game's extensive single-player campaign and its fully voiced cutscenes. But are they like, oh, well, that's kind of an interesting sort of aspect. It looks like there was a war game on like Nintendo DS with kind of like these sorts of graphics. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I might play it. I mean, the political side of this is going to be rather interesting to see, but yeah. So I guess those are the games of November so far, which is, you know, kind of what it is. I don't. There aren't a lot of games on here that I'd personally play without, you know, being like, hey, check out this game. Turnip Boy, I probably will play and I'll probably beat, just because of, you know, how interesting it looks. But all the others, maybe House Flipper. There's no real end to House Flipper, obviously. Kind of like PC Builder. But it looks really interesting. Dogs getting into stuff. Oh, also, this might be the last time that you see the red beard. I have decided to dye my beard. I've got this really cool cosplay idea. I'll probably make a video about it tomorrow before I actually go get it done, just in case anybody wanted to chime in their thoughts. But I'm going to eat breakfast now. Microwave noodles and some spicy fish cakes. I know I'm weird, but enjoy your day. Enjoy your month. I hope to see you back soon. So until then, be kind to each other, and I'll see you in the next one.